I'm taking a few minutes with one of my favorite water monitors, and it's interesting. You know, I breed reptiles for color mutations and pattern mutations and just, you know, certain looks. But when I switch off to playing with water monitors, yes, we're working with some color mutations, but we add a whole new, you know, realm. You know, I love ball pythons, but I can't explicitly think that I have, you know, hundreds and hundreds of ball pythons, and each one is, you know, unique where I notice certain aspects as far as personality. Whereas the water monitors, you get to look at them and you get to revel and marvel in what their appeal is, just, you know, visually. But then your interaction with them and having, you know, long experiences with these, you know, for years, you know, producing these animals and raising them, and ultimately, you know, keeping or even breeding them, but just seeing how they react to you. And the real trick when we're playing with water monitors, we want to see the animal as it is. And often, certainly with most cases with wild-caught reptiles, these animals have been displaced, have been taken out of the wild, and we won't even talk about, you know, sometimes if they're not taken for the pet sector, they're skinned, and they're ultimately lost from the wild, but they have a whole experience associated with this. But when we have a captive animal that basically has always known people and it's always treated a certain way, and we gain confidence and trust. This animal just, you know, is trusting and is acting like it would act, let's say, in the wild, but obviously this is a very artificial setup. But the animal's behaving where it's just thinking, it's just going about its day-to-day. And if we take a wild-caught animal and we interact with it, we're always kind of testing it, because I don't think we can ever quite, at least easily, get to that point where the animal is not having some kind of reservation. But the captive animals, you start with this clean slate often, and it's you know, you get so much out of them. This animal, it's clearly loves being messed with. She, if anything, she would like to get on me, and she gets scrubbed, and she wants attention. Wonderful with people. She's generally great, that to the point where anybody can go near her and deal with her and have a very positive experience. But I think this is what we do, and then you really understand these animals. I mean, they're so intelligent. They are more intelligent than any of us can probably give them credit for, because we don't exactly know what's going on in their mind, but they don't get much better than this. All right, say goodbye, sweetie.